Welcome back to Monkey Wrench Engineering. Just a short video today doing something stupid. Have restarted an Outer Planets career just for fun. And of course we're hitting the early tourist contract, so we've tried to make something unsafe to actually take a lot of tourists to orbit at once in early career. And I thought just for giggles we'd go ahead and record this because I imagine it will go badly. If it does work, though, this could be handy. It's a fairly cheap launcher system at 45,000 funds, much of which will be recoverable. Oh, it's a little cloudy on the launch pad today. I honestly have no idea if this will fly. This has been built. It has not been tested. That makes for more comedy. Your pilot today will be Valentina Kerman, who is immediately having difficulties holding an angle of attack in this thing due to the massive fairing and the heavily overpowered solid rocket boosters. At least the tourists will get a lovely view of the ocean as they crash into it. SRB's away. Oh, this thing is hideously unstable. Hideously unstable. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. That is not what I want. Yeah, the tourists are looking a little nervous. I really don't blame them given this liftoff. You'll notice we do have a fair number of tourists aboard. Oh, this thing is... Whoa, whoa, what are you doing? Yes, I think we perhaps have not fully perfected this design. Oh dear. You know, I hate to do it, but I think we may have to actually put fins on this stage. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we're going to have to put fins on this stage. Well, we could crash them into the ground, but since we know we have to put fins on the stage, let's pretend that was actually a test flight in a computer somewhere. That was really unstable. So we're going to go ahead and put some fins on it. Still have plenty of Delta V. Let's cheat and let's tweak halos for authority. That, we'll see. That may work. Belts. It can't work much worse than it did last time. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, exciting. one of the reasons I don't really like the explosive SRB nose cones. I wonder if we can actually save this thing. Let's find out. Hey Valentina, guess what? It's up to you to save these passengers. Actually, this flies better than I thought it would. This is effectively just a lawn dart. I suspect it's not going to go slow enough to actually land. It does have parachutes, because I kind of thought it wouldn't land. Oh, I might be mistaken. It seems to be flying far better than the launch vehicle does. Pieces of the launch vehicle falling to Earth back there. Let's get the gear down, turn the lights on, and see if this is actually... Yeah, we're obviously not landing on the runway is currently unimproved. I don't recommend landing on the KSC runway when it's unimproved, unless you just really like crashing. This does appear to be coming down really quickly. So I imagine the gear will self-destruct. I just realized we do not have a Kerbal engineering unit on this, so we actually can't see how far above the ground. We are going to end up in the ocean shortly. Didn't actually mean to fire the engines, I meant to hit the drag chute, so now we're going to have... Wow. Valentina is a boss. Oh, we sort of tipped it over at the end. Congratulations, none of your tourist dollars or ticket price will be refunded. Okay, well, that's actually far better than I was expecting. So that will land. Now we just need to get it into space. Those nose cones effectively killed us, which is a shame. Go to the other nose cones. Oh, you're kidding. We don't have separatrons yet. Really? Oh yeah, we do. I forgot we have bin stock revamp installed. So let's do it the old-fashioned way. With some separatrons. We still have enough Delta V despite us messing around. Excuse me, battling a cold here. Hopefully this headset is working as well. Oh, third time's the charm. TZ and all aboard for adventure. Given the fact that the SRBs are being sort of unfortunate, we're going to hold a fairly flat ascent before we ditch those. Go away, SRBs, very nice. Now we just have to deal with the highly unflyable main ship, which really wants to spear off for some stupid reason. I do wish we had put a Kerbal engineering pack on it. Make this easier. That's okay, we'll fly it old school with no idea of where we're going, how fast or how high. Fly it the old-fashioned way. With the nav ball. The tourists seem unreasonably pleased thus far. They probably don't actually understand what's going on. Excuse me. Apoapsis at 50, almost 50K. We're going to fly them out. Actually shift to hold prograde. And then hold that. 63, 64, 65, 66, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5. 75 is fine. That should be more than enough to get us in orbit. Let's ditch the fairing. There we go. And there's the Greyhound. A 16-second burn coming up. We should have enough fuel to get our tourists in orbit. I mean, this really is a fairly silly idea to be making a returnable spaceplane in early career. But my SPH is not upgraded, so we could only build a 30-part ship. I do have the VAB launchpad upgraded a bit so we can actually handle the launch system plus the shuttle. So we'll get warmed up. "16-second burn." We'll go ahead and actually warp to next maneuver. Really slowly. I guess we were too close for it to actually warp. That's not very nice of it. And in 8 seconds we will start to burn and hope for the best. And congratulations, tourists. We're in a 75 by 85 orbit, which completed, well, 10 contracts, which is interesting. So that made us a ton of money. Now, of course, we need to find out if this can actually re-enter the atmosphere. KSP is there. We will braking. That's too much braking. There. Just turn very sluggishly, as I do not have any lovely RCS systems. So it's depending on one extremely tiny reaction wheel. Warp to next maneuver. 2-second braking burn. Enjoy the lovely views of Kerbal. We will go ahead and put ourselves into some sort of crash-related descent. I'm hoping to, I'm not going to land anywhere near KSP because I undershot. Oh well, too bad. This is now dead weight. Get rid of that. This is much more agile now that we're not attached to the giant and ridiculous booster stage. And we'll assume a nice attitude for reentry in our bargain basement space plane. You'll note I did put a little Beagle engine on it in the tiny tank in case it required some help. Either one, pulling out of a stall, or two, deorbiting. But thus far, that has not been an issue. Well, let's see how this does. Let's see if it burns up in the atmosphere. The tourists look ridiculously happy. I have no idea why. Again, they probably don't actually understand what's going on. We'll have to see if everything I have exposed to reentry heat here is actually capable of standing reentry, which I do not guarantee is the case. I am operating with life support, so I do have a TAC life support supply ring exposed to reentry. Although interesting, the capsule is the first thing to get hot. No, don't you pitch down. No. Pitch up. Pitch up. Shed velocity and heat, you useless piece of crap. Oh, this is not good. The tourists are still unreasonably happy. They obviously don't see the overheating that's going on that we are seeing. Yeah, we came in too steep. That may spell the end of these lovely Kerbals summer vacation. I think we're actually going to lose that forward crew compartment, or forward passenger cabin, I should say. It appears to be the hottest. Actually, that could be the battery pack. Oh yeah, the nose is not staying up on this. Even though Das Valdez would disapprove, I think canards on the front of this would actually be quite useful. It's still getting hotter. I am pulling up as hard as I can here, so if you're yelling pull up, yeah, doing that. We are now under 1,500 meters per second. So actually, barring me flying extremely badly, it looks like this might actually survive. We will quick save because we're cowardly. Now it's actually sitting there on its own, relatively stable. We are far short of KSP. I think we may end up with a water landing, unfortunately. Well, I believe we might be able to flip a U-turn here and land in the... Wow, that's really pretty. Land back in the desert. Assuming we can shed enough velocity to actually manage to turn without going out of control. Let's see if we can somehow make this thing actually turn. Strikes me as a tremendously bad idea. You have that little engine, which may get used here if we need to try to deal with some flight-related issues. And as a matter of fact, we're going to trigger it. Try to get the nose around. This is fairly extreme. We're trying to flip a U, and we were going quite rapidly. And that's it for fuel, so we'll see if that was enough. Well, we can see city lights out there. Our speed is unfortunately dropping rapidly enough. I don't think we can make landfall. Meters, we still can't see the water, but it is right below us. 100 meters. I don't know why the lights are not hitting the water yet. Ah! Well, that's unfortunate. We killed the pilot, but it looks as though the entire crew may have survived. All the passengers have lived. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to kill Valentina. Not just yet. planet had to land in the ocean, we wouldn't have lost anything there. Yeah, nice. And the usual Kerbal crash. But does work. Surprise, surprise.